today's one of the rarest cars we've had here. You say, Tony, you've had a lot of cars here. What does that all, what does all that mean? Well, I'll tell you what all that means. This is a collector car. Well, what's a collector car? What's different than a muscle car? What's different than a sports car? A collector car can be anything as long as there's very few of them built. And one of those cars that kind of continues to go up in value each and every year, maybe what we call a blue chip investment, right? This right here is the way this car rolled off the showroom floor circa 1967 unmodified, right? Bias ply red line tires, correct rally wheels on it, right? Correct Cameo white paint, the way it was built from the factory. Black interior, black top, right? And it's an HO, high output, in a GTO convertible. This is a cool piece. Let's spend some time looking at what we have, see how rare it is, and figure out how we get this in your garage. All right, so GTO styling on the front end, from that great grille, right, to this amazing hood, muscle car, right? And then great paint. I love this, I love the understated elegance of a white car, right? With red line tires, it just pops so nicely. And then the quality of the paint is really nice. We're under these harsh lights right here, and you're able to see all the letters crisp and clear as possible, right? White cars don't reflect white paper as well as, say, maybe some darker cars, but if you look at just the letters alone, you'll see they're nice and crisp. They're exactly the way they're supposed to be. Gives you an idea of how really shiny this is. New chrome and stainless all around the car really makes it pop. All right, so let's take a peek under here. Listen, you may not spend a lot of time under the hood, and you shouldn't have to because it's beautifully restored here, right? But you may want to go to a car show and things like that. This car kind of just arrived, so we're just finishing up some detailing. I have a couple small parts left to install on here. One of them is the battery topper, which I think it looks really nice. The correct decal on there, because we didn't have those in stock, because it's rare to get an HO car, right, for different horsepower callouts. But we do have things like tower clamps, right, where it painted the correct color on the engine for the year. Many people make that mistake. Correct valve covers that are on there. The YZ stamp code is right there on the front of the block, so you can see that. That gives you, that's the, we call the money shot, right? Because that's it, man. The collectability is wrapped up in having a GTO convertible, a matching numbers GTO convertible, and having a YZ coded one as well. HO, open the hood. Many people have never even seen one. This is a cool piece. All right, so the rear of the 67 GTO, different than the 66, right? The taillights are different. And in this case here, we have a beautifully restored rear end. That actually sounds very nice. This is a beautifully restored rear end. I'm hoping someday I can get that to happen to me as well, but for right now, let's talk about the GTOs. They focused here. New bumpers, new stainless, emblems, callouts, trim, those kinds of things. And then here, this is an important piece, and I'll tell you why. Because this is where people take shortcuts. They don't splatter coat, paint the trunk properly, and then clear coat it so you don't get the rust inside. This has the correct matte colors in it. The jack and things are detailed there. And you're saying, Tone, why are you spending so much time on the spare tire and jack? Well, I'm gonna tell you why, because we 9 times out of 10 never get it with a car, right? Never. It's like an empty trunk. And to piece all that together can cost $500, $600. Not the end of the world. However, it's 500 or 600 here, 200 here, 900 there, 700 here. By the next thing you know, you plowed 100 grand into a car, okay? The last couple pieces here are the jacking instruction decals that'll be here on the trunk lid. Those are coming with the air cleaner decal as well. And we'll get those installed, and then you can have the all ready to go. But here, I'd also like to point out that this car is functional, man. You could go to the beach in this car, throw your bags and stuff in the back, right? Circa 1967. You could go away for the weekend in this car. It doesn't just have to be a muscle car that sits in your garage. You could use it, and that's what makes it even cooler. All right, so come join me inside here, because this is where you're gonna spend most of your time, and on top of it, it's really, really nice in here, right? So, some people like a bench seat, some people do not. Your choice, though, at this point is we could convert this to buckets and a console and remove this here if you didn't like it. Easy fix, no problem, we can get that done. The other thing, too, is it's really nice in here. Like, you could take 2 other couples out with you and go cruising. You have 3 kids and you guys want to all go, or 4 kids and whatever. Everybody can go out in the car. and it's a GTO. It says on the dash GTO, and it's a much nicer dash than, say, I'm not banging on a Mustang, but this is more of a luxury car dash. It's got the correct steering wheel on it. It's got the original stereo in it. Like, this is the way this car rolled off the showroom floor, down to the correct vinyl mats that are there, right? If you wanted to, we can hide a digital sound system in the glove box. That way we leave the dash all stock looking, but you get to stream all your tunes, hear all the music, and do that, all while you're cruising in your super cool GTO. All right, so we close up this video. I want you to think collector car for a second, right? We have documentation. We have PHS authentication, right? We have the original color combination in here. We have the original HO engine in here showing the YZ code, okay? If there's 1,800 of these built, and there was 81,000 GTOs built that year, 1,800 HO convertibles, right? How many are left? How many are left? Is it possible that this is the last one like it? Could be, you never know. You might not ever see another one like it if you went to a car show, and that, my friend, is what makes a collector car a collector car. Anyway, call us, 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this cool GTO convertible, especially with all the cool options that are on it, right, that we ran down the list earlier, and we'll find a way to get it in your garage. If you would, please, don't forget to like the video down there, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. We got new stuff coming out every day, and I will see you on the test drive.